welcome back to Camp Little. We catch up to our friend Joe as he replaces all the paths with a gravel road. He is paving the way for a build with two purposes: a bamboo farm lookout tower. The gravel road will be bordered with cobblestone and have a bit of andesite sprinkled in for texture. He wanted Camp Little to have a more established feel, and making a road was a step in the right direction. The sun went down as he worked, but Joe continued on. He was on a mission to complete this project without a bunch of back and forth to storage. Replacing the path with a gravel road is looking like it was a great idea. He worked on through a couple nights to complete the new road. Before starting the build, Joe removes a large oak tree that is in the way.
I don't need bamboo, really. I just thought this would be a cool build. It gives me a reason to have a taller structure to use as a lookout tower. I played around in a separate creative world to turn the sugarcane farm design into a taller bamboo farm. After it was done, it just made sense to turn it into a lookout tower. You'll see what I'm talking about.
The base of the structure is where the bamboo will get chopped. Joe places 3 pistons on top of 3 glowstone blocks. The glowstone is going to help light up the entire tower. To trigger the pistons, there needs to be an observer looking straight up in the middle. Then there should be an observer on either side of it that looks right at the center observer. Joe uses polished deep-slate blocks and deep-slate brick walls with the stone brick blocks to complete the backbone of the structure. The deep-slate brick walls go in one column in the center on top of the observer. The column will be able to trigger the pistons installed below.
This wall piece is pretty important. It's going to be part of a slide that will update this column of wall, which will be observed at the bottom, and then trigger the pistons to fire and chop the bamboo.
Joe places 3 observers at the top level of this farm. He went with the observers at 12 blocks high for his tower. He needed to dig out the area below for the collection system that will bring the bamboo to a barrel at the surface.
This part is going to work exactly like the sugarcane farm. No need to reinvent the wheel here.
Joe kept working as the sun went down at Camp Little. He was on a mission to build this tower and didn't want to stop. As he worked, he thought about his next project and what that would include.
I have this nice little tree and beehive next to this build, and I've been thinking I should make a little honey farm. There are many other little farms that need to be done, and I would want to make them as small as I could. An automatic pumpkin farm and an automatic melon farm would be two good examples. Might as well have a tiny lava generator on site, and if I think of anything else that would fit the description of small, basic, simple farms.
It really sounds like Joe has Camp Little all figured out. His plans for the next project sounds like a lot of fun.
That's just for symmetry.
Joe places the barrels that will be used for collection and storage. Before the second barrel is installed, he places the 3 droppers that will bring the bamboo to the surface. Only one will be receiving bamboo automatically, and the other is simply to keep the build symmetrical and provide storage if the first barrel ever gets full.
Not likely, as this thing isn't going to provide much bamboo at all.
After the water was put in place, Joe put the glowstone back that will cover the water and light up the bottom half of the tower. Joe installed 3 stone brick blocks that would serve as the foundation of the glass casing.
I think that will look nice.
Joe needed a few supplies from the cabin, so he took the time to go grab them. He was happy with his progress so far, and was looking forward to seeing this completed. It's going to look real nice in the location that he has chosen. Before moving on to the glass, he turned his attention to the collection system underneath the build.
A sticky piston and 2 observers are all that is needed to make this simple elevator work. It's only going up 3 droppers, so if the redstone is activating the center dropper, it will trigger items to move through all 3.
Joe placed the observer on top of the sticky piston facing the droppers. The second observer is facing the direction of the first. Joe placed a temporary stone brick block on top of the first observer to use for placement of the one that would activate the droppers.
Don't want monsters spawning in here.
Joe said as he placed a torch on the wall.
There's nothing like a constant moaning sound coming from the ground. Very annoying.
The sun rose in the sky as Joe continued working. A beautiful sunrise, an inspiring start to another day. Joe places a comparator to activate the observer clock when the items reach the bottom dropper of the elevator. He then installs the hoppers that will direct the bamboo into that bottom dropper. Stone brick blocks are placed at the end to keep everything together. Joe then installs the rails, and on top of those places 3 hopper mine carts. He decided to connect the basements of the sugarcane and bamboo farm to the basement of the chicken machine.
Perfect. Wow, this thing is ready for some glass.
Joe installed some of the glass, using it as a way to get on top of the structure. He placed glowstone to light up the top half of the tower. A block needed to be placed directly behind the 2 outside observers, so to give this build some character, Joe chose a chiseled stone block. As the sun went down, Joe added another column of glass to get back to the top of the building. He added the chiseled stone blocks to the outside 2 observers.
This piston is going to be tricky.
Joe needed to place the piston in a way that would push this wall piece down after one of the observers detected bamboo in front of it. This action will update the entire wall column, and the observer below can detect that and trigger the pistons to chop the bamboo.
Oops. Got it.
After that part was completed, Joe could finish the top of the bamboo farm that would double as the floor for the lookout tower. He added a bit more glass, then turned his attention to covering up the glowstone with spruce trapdoors.
That gives us a great look at the bottom, complementing the barrels nicely.
More glass was added as Joe focused on completing the case that encloses the bamboo with light gray stained glass.
This build is going pretty well so far, and it's the perfect small farm for Camp Little since it can be used as a lookout tower.
The tower really looked great lit up by that glowstone. Before closing in the glass completely, Joe tests out the system to make sure items are transported up the elevator when the bamboo gets chopped.
Sounds like it's working perfectly to me, and the items are going to the barrel.
With the glass case done, he installed cobblestone around the base of the tower.
This will help tie this into the road and give everything a uniform look. I just need a bit more cobblestone.
Joe mined some stone to get the cobblestone he needed, and then continued the project. With that part done, Joe began installing the ladder so he could climb to the top.
The enclosure at the top of the tower was next, and then the tower will be completed.
Once the tower is done, Joe will test it out and see how little bamboo it provides. He used the dirt to climb up and reach the top and installed 5 upside-down stone brick stairs.
That will give this thing a nice look, but also provide the floor for the actual lookout part of the tower.
The sun was rising at Camp Little as Joe got started on the top of the tower. He placed spruce trap doors on the floor to cover up the glowstone while letting the light shine through. Joe then began placing the stone brick wall that will enclose the top of the structure.
That's gonna look great. I need to put another ladder on this side. Spruce slabs are going to look great for the roof of this little tower.
Joe finished the roof and the tower was completed. It looked amazing positioned at the north fence of Camp Little.
Pretty good view from here.
After the tower was completed, Joe worked on making the road go around the base of the tower and match the rest of Camp Little. He decided to tie the sugarcane farm into the rest of the builds by changing out some of the cobblestone with stone brick blocks.
I need to fix this basement area so I can get to the inner workings of these farms.
Joe spent a little more time making sure he was completely happy with the roads. With everything being misaligned and the road being an afterthought, it was proving to be a bit challenging. kept at it and eventually figured it out. He finished the project as the sun came up. This lookout tower looked very impressive standing guard over Camp Little. This place sure has come a long way, and this new addition fits perfectly with all the other builds. There's enough room for just a few more simple farms.
Probably better fix that giant hole in the northwest corner. I left it alone in case I wanted to build something in it, but I believe that will be the location of a sheep barn I have in mind.
Joe planted the bamboo so the farm was fully operational. We can watch the bamboo grow in this hyperlapse at 5,000% speed.
That's pretty cool.
It will take about 3 days for the bamboo to grow up to the point that it triggers the observers and the bamboo is harvested. An average of 30 pieces can be expected when this happens.
That's about 10 pieces of bamboo per day.
Not very much at all.
It makes a great tower though.
Almost there.
Wow, this thing is cool. It works perfectly chopping the bamboo and collecting it in a barrel that is easy to get to.
Putting the lookout tower on top is just the icing on the cake.
Thanks for sticking around and watching me build. I am very proud of this property and super happy with the bamboo farm lookout tower. I hope you liked yet another one of my videos. There is more to come, so stay tuned every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern.
This concludes another episode of Camp Little. Thank you for supporting this channel by watching all the way to the end. It really means a lot to us. Tune in next time to see all the builds and adventures Joe is up to. If you would like to support us, just watch this video again and share it with your friends. Commenting on the video helps give it a boost as well. And of course, if you haven't yet, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until we meet again, goodbye.